Sunday today. I almost forgot it was Sunday because I've been so busy with the charger and everything. But it is what, 6 o'clock right now, so a little bit later than usual. I've just been really busy with the charger. I took it up to Colorado Springs. I think it was yesterday, and they're polishing it. I guess it's going to take them a little bit longer than they originally thought. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens, and I just can't wait to pick it up. So other than that, I've been looking into some, I've been looking into a Trackhawk. I'm waiting for that to go up for bid. I've been doing some stuff, getting ready for the subframes to be built and to get them all put together and ready for the car, so I can get all that Trackhawk drivetrain in there, and so on. So I guess we'll see what some people, see if anybody has anything to ask me, because that's the whole point behind the Sunday Q&A. When is the next charger vid? It probably, I was going to have a cleaning up the engine video tomorrow, but I think I lost one of my GoPros. I have no clue where it's at. So until I can find that, which all the footage was on, I'll probably have a video maybe Tuesday. But if I don't find it, then I'll have to just redo a bunch of stuff and stuff. So I mean, I'm not really too worried about it. Not too many people care. So good morning, Dave. Here in Australia. Hell yeah. Let's see. Are you bringing back my S13? I don't know. Eventually, I'll bring it back, but I really haven't been too worried about it since I've been building the charger and doing all that. It's taking up a lot of my time, which is to be expected. I mean, I just have so much that I do with it every day and think about it pretty much all the time. So until it's done and I can drive it and that whole project's done, I won't really worry about, I probably won't worry about the S13 until then. Let's see. How's the engine looking? So I just pretty much took the Trackhawk engine in the SRT 8 engine to get hot tanked, and it really didn't do anything. I mean, it's kind of weird. I also tried to use a bunch of different paint strippers to strip the coating off the blocks, and none of them worked. So I don't know what kind of coating they use on their engine blocks, but it's some good stuff, because even paint stripper won't take it off. The hot tank didn't take it off. Paint stripper won't take it off. So I don't know. We'll see. I might just have to end up having it like blasted off or something. Morning, Dave. Just walking the dog. 2 more Suzukis to move. A beautiful day in New Zealand. Cheers. Thanks. Hell yeah. Just a bunch more Suzukis to move. Hemi or LS? I don't know. It seems like the Hemis make a lot more power from the factory than the LSs. It looks like Dodge has that new 1,000 horsepower. Well, 1,000 horsepower car that is pretty much useless 1,000 horsepower because it's rear-wheel drive. But yeah, I mean, I think they're the company that's making the most horsepower, like, in selling them. So. Where is the Nissan Pulsar? It's just kind of chilling right now. I need to pull the engine. I took the 6.4 Power Stroke over to the Junkyard so I could lift the cab up and change the turbos on it. I'll probably do that this week. Should only take me a day to do, and get that all back together. Then I'll order some tires for it and do some little things here and there, clean it up, and then I could pretty much get rid of that thing. And maybe after that, I'll take it depends so next week, I'm bidding on a Trackhawk, and if I win it, I have to go pick it up. And then also, I'd have to do some stuff with the charger at the junkyard possibly. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if I'll take the charger over before I get the track hawk or after, or what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens with that. But the Pulsar needs to just pull the engine out and kind of refresh it, redo the head gasket, and just kind of see what's in it, go through it, and clean some stuff up. I think the biggest issue I have is it takes so long to clean stuff. Is why stuff really is so slow. I mean, even with the Hemis, when I put them through the hot tank, I left them in there for like 2 days, and it really didn't do anything. So, plus the more environmentally friendly stuff gets, the less it works. So, even if you leave it in extra long, it's not like it's doing anything more to it. So, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with cleaning stuff, because it just seems like nothing is really cleaning stuff anymore as well as it used to. So, what's left on the Magnum? Quite a bit of stuff, drivetrain, stuff like that. Interior, I've been looking for interior for it, but really haven't had any luck finding the color that I want. Well, there's 2 colors that I possibly want to put in it: the red or the peanut butter Alcantara. So we'll see what happens. Trying to do it without buying another car. I really don't want to buy another car just for interior and stuff like that. It just doesn't really make sense. It does make sense and it doesn't, but we'll see what happens. Do you plan on keeping all your cars, or is everything for sale? I've always had this thing where everything's for sale for the right price, but nobody really wants to offer or pay what the right price is. So I always just end up keeping all my cars because I really have no reason or need to sell them. So they just kind of, I try to drive as many as I can a week and just kind of go from there. So, and it is kind of a pain trying to drive them all, but yeah, the ones that do drive, because I do have a lot of cars that are projects and don't drive yet. Would love to buy the Nissan. Would you sell it? Which Nissan are we talking about? The peanut butter would go better with the blue than the red would, I think. I really do like the peanut butter. It just has like, I mean, the leather peanut butter is a little bit too shiny, I think, but the Alcantara is just like perfect. So if I could find the, all 4 seats and all 4 door panels, I think it would be the best. So, I mean, I know I could buy them all new, but piecing all that stuff together gets quite expensive. I looked into it. Door panels, I think, are like $600 a piece, but they're like pieces. So you buy the main piece, and then the armrest is like another $200, and it just is like nickel and diming. So hopefully I could find what I need soon, really soon. Let's see. What year is your truck? Which truck? I have my 17 F350. That 6.4 I think is an 08 or an 09. I'd have to look at the title. The van's like an 09, I think, or maybe it's an 010. I don't know. I have so much stuff I can't keep track of all the years and stuff. Dave, man, I missed the start. I'm still looking for interior and harness for you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm still looking for the interior and the harnesses as well. So that would work great. I don't know. It's just weird with how many of those cars get parted out. Another issue is when they go through the auction, or I'm not sure if it's the auction or the body shops, they just ruin the interiors when they throw all the pieces and stuff inside the cars. So it's kind of like you have to like find a car that hasn't been taken apart and hasn't had anything thrown in it. So that's kind of an issue. So, and it's pretty hard to find some of that, just because how the auctions are and the body shops don't care because they're not getting paid to put the cars back together. So they, I don't know, they know it's going to go through an auction. Nobody's going to check them, et cetera, et cetera. How many drivers you have currently? I don't know. I think I have like 10 or so cars that drive right now, run and drive. Hit the like button, people. Hell yeah. Thanks, Wade. I have a feeling you'll have to buy a car for interior. It's very possible. It just kind of depends. I've seen a few being parted out, and they always have issues. There was one that had it was like red interior, but the back seats had a bunch of holes in them, and or they'll have popped bags, or they'll have damage to them. So hopefully I could find something soon. I use Car Part for used parts, but sure, you already know about that site. Yeah, I kind of look on Car Part every once in a while, but it I don't know. They really don't have stuff for like Hellcat and stuff. I mean, I've looked on there, and there are some, but usually salvage yards are kind of weird about that stuff, and I don't know. It's just one of those things. I don't like really dealing with salvage yards most of the time. So thanks for answering my question. Hope you have a great day. Keep up the videos. Thanks. The Pulsar. I really don't want to sell the Pulsar. It's for what it is. It's pretty decently clean, and it supposedly has a built engine in it. I haven't pulled the engine out or apart. I wouldn't sell it for what I bought it for, because they're rare. They're hard to come by. What I'll end up doing is I'll refresh the engine, fix the transmission, clean all that stuff up. Paint the engine bay, paint the car, and then I'll probably have like a $20,000 Pulsar. So there's really no reason for me to sell it right now, especially how cheap I bought it. So I don't think I'll sell it. So thanks though. Love your Magnum project. I'm building one now. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. It's going to take a long time. You still drive that red 67 Mustang, and will you be at Rocky Mountain Race Week this year again? So that Mustang was actually the Junkyard's, but I don't know if I'll go to Rocky Mountain Race Week. I'm not even sure what day it is, or what how far away it is. I could possibly bring the Charger, but all the spots are already filled, so I couldn't actually compete in it. So I was planning on doing something, but then after I found out that like the spots instantly filled up and there's like no chance of me getting a spot, I was just like, well, there's not really a point. So I mean, I might go to it, I might not. I'm not exactly sure yet, but if I do go, we'll see. If the Charger's running and driving, I might take it. It's probably pretty close, I think, that event, but I'm not sure yet. I'm never sure of what I'm doing each day until I do it, or till I hear about something and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go to that. So how's the weather been there? 50s in New York last few days. Yeah, I mean, the weather here has been pretty decent. It's a lot more windy. Oh, come on. I don't know. It has like, the people in Colorado have this weird work ethic where, or a lot of them do. A lot of people have businesses, and you'll take something and you'll try to pay good money, and then they won't do the work, or they'll do it really cheap, or they'll do it, really, really poorly. So I don't know what it is with Colorado as a whole. I mean, I don't know if it's like that with other states, but it seems like a lot of people that have businesses in Colorado, and a lot of people that offer custom work, like upholstery shops, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anything. So I do a lot of stuff with cars. I don't know about other industries, but I feel like it kind of goes throughout all of Colorado, where you're people that have these businesses expect you to pay big money, but don't expect to do the work correctly. So hopefully, you know, hope if I could find somebody that could do stuff, that'd be great. I mean, I've really been trying to find places to do stuff correctly, but every time I take something somewhere, it just gets ruined, and then I have to redo it, and it's just like this revolving door of me just like trying these places out, having to spend a bunch of money, and then not getting anything out of it, then having to spend a bunch of more money to fix the problems that these places cause. And there's like really nothing that you can do about it. It's just like you have to suck it up, and you know, either they're going to keep your car, or you're going to pay them, get your car back, have to fix the damage that they did, and it just sucks. I mean, I don't understand where the work ethic in like Colorado went, but there's literally nothing here that that appeals to me. So in taking my car to shops and stuff like that. So if you're gonna move to Colorado, just expect that. You're literally gonna take your stuff to places, and it's just gonna be half-assed. So hopefully, hopefully I could maybe one day find a place that could do upholstery, or maybe I could send it out of state. But I did have some ideas to do some upholstery on the seats and stuff like that. But until I find a place that would do good work, there's not really a reason to do anything other than factory interior. So that's really why I've been looking for factory interior. It's killing me not to be able to see the wing on the Charger. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I had the wing. It's one of those things where there's not really much I could do. But eventually I'll get it, and then they'll be available to purchase and stuff like that. So that's the truth. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish people would do what they say they're going to do. It's just, when I try, when I say something, I'd say I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of people that I've done stuff for, and I feel like I always do exactly what I say I'm going to do. And pretty much, I don't know. I feel like I overdo stuff usually when I do it, because I always over clean stuff and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. You ever watch other auto YouTubers, Tavarish, Goon Squad, Hobbies for Build? Not really. I mean, I know of them, but it's not really any reason for me to watch their channels. I mean, I've seen some of BS for Build stuff, and I've met him in person and hung out with him at SEMA and stuff like that. There's not really any reason for me to watch his videos. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I don't have time to just be like watching his videos. I don't know, or watching their videos. Oh, man, these live streams I think are going to get shorter and shorter. It's like not very many people in here, not very many questions. I mean, only 30 people can ask so many questions. So it's getting harder to find people that take pride in their work. You, however, are a perfectionist, and it shows in the finished project. Excellent work. Yeah, I mean, I am working on my own projects as well. That's another plus. I mean, you always do take a lot more time in your work when it's your own stuff. But even when I do other people's stuff, I mean, I feel like I do exceptional work on their projects. So and I really don't, that's why I don't like working on other people's cars. I mean, it's just like, I'm doing all this extra stuff, and nobody really appreciates it, because I don't know. And then you have that other side. So Um, yeah, I don't know. Just one of those things, I guess. I think you should spray the headliner and B pillars black. Um, the headliner is probably going to be suede, and then probably the B pillars will already be black anyway because they're charger and stuff. So I don't think, yeah, it's all charger stuff. It's already all black, so I don't know. Yeah, the stream glitched out. I think it's the internet here. It's just Colorado internet. It sucks. We're still back in the we're still back in 2010 on internet in Colorado. So let's see. I think that says, what does it say? Stupid blue button. How's the Arc 7 project coming? Which one? So the FC is really not a project. It runs and drives. I drive it, you know, here and there every once in a while when I'm not using the battery to power my winch. And then the FD, I probably coming up pretty soon. I'm going to paint the engine bay, throw all the stuff back in the car, and get it running and driving again, because I have the intake manifold designed. I just need to send it off, and I could put all the old stuff back in it, and it will, you know, it'll run and drive. I could retune it on that new turbo, or have it retuned on the new turbo. Should make, you know, 550, 600 horse on it, and you know, I'll have, you know, fun FD to drive again. But instead of it just sitting there, because it's a part. It was a part for me to make the turbo manifold and the intake manifold. Now that stuff, you know, the turbo manifold's done, the intake manifold's designed, there's not really a reason for it to still be a part. So pretty soon I'll need to put it back together. So, but I want to get that Ford done so I could get it out of here. I was actually thinking about selling the van. Maybe, I'm not sure. I might. I don't know. I need to charge the batteries in the van, but probably do that this week too, and just kind of see what's up with it. I need to replace a coolant line in the van because it was leaking after I put coolant in it. So and the hose is like a nightmare to get to. I guess I could put a union in it, but we'll see about the hose that I need to replace. I could just order one. I also ordered some parts for my 17 F350, but I'm not sure if Ford's having parts issues like a lot of other companies, but it's been like 2 weeks since I've ordered them and I haven't heard anything. So, and usually Ford's good. Usually Ford's like, you know, you order something, a day or two goes by and you get it. But, you know, hopefully I get that stuff soon too. And then I'm getting parts for the Grand Prix in a couple weeks. I'm waiting for the tranny stuff. I'm waiting for some stuff for the charger that I ordered from Mopar Online Parts. I don't know. I have quite a few things. Actually, waiting for a bunch of stuff for the charger. I ordered a bunch of stuff off eBay too. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Let's see. What kind of body mods, if any, do you have planned for the Grand Prix? I don't know. I really don't think body-wise I'm gonna really need to do anything to it. I might, you know, respray the hood and fix the crack in the bumper and respray that, and do things here and there. But by no means am I gonna, you know, repaint the whole car. I mean, the car has decent paint as it is. I might just, you know, buff it really quick and stuff like that. But, you know, I'll put wheels on it, maybe coilovers, and just kind of go from there. I don't really need to go into getting crazy, repainting the car, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't think I'll need to make the car, you know, I don't think I'll have to make it so it fits any wider wheels. I think, you know, what will fit under the wheel wells will be plenty wide enough for what I'm going to do with it and my horsepower goals and everything. So, yeah, I think the body will just kind of stay pretty much stock. I just heard Amazon internet was good there. What's up? I didn't even know Amazon had internet. Interesting. Hey Dave, there's a Elephant Crate engine for sale from, yeah, I Elephant Crate engine is not good. They're like good for like maybe 1,200 horsepower. I'll either build or have an engine built, and it'll handle, I'll have it rated for like 2,000, and I'll run it at like 15 and not have any issues. Elephant, you run it at 15, it'll blow up, throw a rod. So they're all hype. They make 1,000, they hold it great, but other than that, it's just a hype engine. So there's no reason really for me to spend $39,000 on a Elephant engine when I could have a company build me one for 25 grand and it can handle, almost twice the power. So saying the Colorado internet is the same as Michigan roads, terrible. Yes. Let's see. The low people count could be because it's a 3-day weekend. Hopefully. It seemed like last weekend it was the same, and I think the weekend before that was the same. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the whole live stream thing. Are you ever going to make another Hellcat build? I mean, I'm building a Charger right now. I'm not exactly sure what you think that is, but pretty sure it's called a Hellcat. So don't sell the van. Yeah, it's just a van. You really did make a beautiful car. Awesome. You should try Starlink for your internet. Have heard great things about it. Yeah, I did. I pre-ordered Starlink, and then it was like months, and I never got approved, so I just canceled it. My friend got it. He said it was decent, but it wasn't great here. He said he got some, pretty fast speeds, but it wasn't really consistent. So maybe eventually I'll get it one day, but right now I guess it's kind of hit and miss, which is it's probably a lot better than what's available here right now, but it's like $600 for the hardware, and then $100 a month, which still isn't bad, but I know internet sucks in Colorado. I lived here 4 years. Love your Magnum build. Thanks. What do you think about building a red-eye Trackhawk? I don't see the point. I just put a the names don't make sense, because it would just be a Trackhawk with I don't know why you'd swap a red-eye engine into a Trackhawk just for an extra like 87 horsepower, when you could just put a built engine in there and make 1,500 horse and not have I don't know, that little bit of extra horsepower isn't really worth it. Grand Prix would be sweet with wheels and coilovers. I think it would be great. Hi from Iceland. What's going on? 3000 GT, any updates? No, not really. What's up, Dave? Not much. How about you? That makes total sense. I've been following you for the Magnum Charger build, but what's the Rampage thing? The Rampage thing is the Charger build. It's been the build. It's been part of the build since the beginning. So I meant after the Charger, you have plans to recreate it or build it for others. I've pretty much each live stream somebody asks this, and I always say, if I'm going to build another one, I'll just go down to the dealership, buy a brand new Hellcat and convert it. And it's like going to be 200 grand because the new Hellcat's like 90s and all the labor and time and stuff. So yeah, and it's not going to be all-wheel drive. I'll just be a rear-wheel drive one in whatever color the car came in. So I'm not really, if somebody's interested, has the money, I'll do it. But otherwise, there's not really a reason for me to do it. Rampage is the Charger build. Hell yeah. $75,000 for a hell of an engine. Why would you pay that? You could buy like three. Yeah, you could buy three 1,500, like 2,000 horsepower. You could buy two. Let's say you could buy two 2,000 horsepower capable 426s and have them completely, all the fuel system, all everything. Who would buy a hell of an engine? It's so stupid. Gotcha, it came along with 10 or so. I like the name. Hell yeah. So to ask what build would you suggest for a Viper engine swap? Also, what supercharger, mainly twin screw, would fit on a Viper V10? I'm not really sure about superchargers or Vipers or anything like that. A guy I know was trying to, I think he was trying to trade me his Viper for my Hellcat, but I literally told him that I couldn't even fit in it. And then he's like, "Oh, go sit in it." And it was yesterday. And so I go try to sit in this Viper. And it's like not happening. Like I can't even fit in it. And I was like, no, there's no way I can't even drive this car. So I don't know how small the person was that designed the Viper, but it is not a tall person car. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you'd swap a Viper V10 into. I mean, it'd be kind of cool, like an older truck or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I want to build an older truck eventually as well, but I need to finish up first. Stock Trackhawk has 700. Yeah. What wheels am I doing on the Charger? I'm not sure yet. I've thought about it and kind of thrown in some ideas around, but I really haven't committed to anything yet. So I know that they're going to be at least 11 to 12 inch wide all the way around. So other than that, that's about as far as I've gotten. How tall am I? I'm 6'8", so I'm pretty tall. It's pretty tall, but I fit in Hellcats fine. I fit in most stuff fine. FDs and FCs not so much. All my 240s, I have the seat rails modified, so I fit in those pretty decently. The 240Z actually, even with the factory seat, I fit in it very well, which was very surprising. GTRs I fit in very well because the steering wheel extends out and the seats go back pretty far. Pretty much throughout, R32s up to R35s. So Supras, Mark IV Supras, I haven't sat on that Mark III yet, but Mark IV Supras were built for tall people. That 300ZX Turbo really wasn't built for a tall person. It was more of a short person car. My truck works. Usually trucks do. So been watching since you done the frame swap on the Ford truck. I love all your builds. My question is, will you build a 4x4 lowered sport truck? I'm not sure. If I did anything, it'd probably be something with I'd probably do something with a Trackhawk. After I use one for parts, I was throwing some ideas around, but other than that, I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe a Trailblazer SS or something like that. But I have so much other stuff that I need to finish right now. So you're a lot taller than I would have guessed. I'm 6'3". We have to look up to you. Let's see. I'm 5'9", Dave's like a skyscraper. I have an odd question. How would a diesel truck, mainly a Ram 2500 Cummins, look with, say, a fart can? What? The fat can pipes, or on most tuner cars, also would you recommend it? I really don't. I don't know why you'd put one of those on there. I usually just, they have mufflers in the exhaust. You really don't need one at the end of the tip. Most of them just have them upstream. So I don't see the point in doing it. I mean, you could do it. They have those in 4-inch inlet and outlet. So, or you could get 4-inch and like 6-inch, which is a common diesel thing. But other than that, I don't know. Grab Trevor's truck and all-wheel drive it, Trailblazer SS. I don't know. I don't know about that. 6'8", you serious? I thought you were joking. Nope, serious. Been this tall for a long time. Almost all my life. Let's see. Where am I from? I mean, I guess like where was I born, or where have I lived my whole life is probably a better question. Or most of my life. Your shirt is hilarious. Thanks. Any hobbies besides cars? So I've been, I have quite a few things. I really don't do it much anymore, but I used to build a lot of custom computers and do a bunch of techie stuff when I was in high school. I still kind of, I know how to do it. I'll do it for myself every once in a while when I need to upgrade my computer. Also, I do, CAD and stuff like that. I guess that's sort of a hobby in designing and engineering. And then I have like plants that I grow and stuff like that. So I've been doing that for a long time. I think since like probably high school or before that. Actually, probably before that. Probably like middle school. But I don't know. I do different things here and there. I mean, I do more car stuff now, but I do have other things that I do like to do. So, but the charge has been taking up so much of my time. I haven't really been able to do much than mess with that thing. So, love your content. Thanks. I live in Lubbock, Texas, to tell the truth. What's the next steps for the Grand Prix? So for the Grand Prix, the next thing is pretty much just get that tranny kit, or the tranny adapter kit, I guess. It's not really adapter kit, but maybe the tranny install kit, and then install that new transmission with the LS into the Grand Prix and get that thing tuned and running and driving. And then we'll work on once it runs and drives, I could do some stuff with it running and driving with the new transmission in it. I will. So my plan before was get it running and driving, then turbo it, and then work on the back of the car. And I almost thought that was a really good idea, but at the same time, I think getting it running and driving with the new transmission, and then I'll do the stuff to the back of the car, and then I will turbo it, because then I kind of will have a baseline of it, NA and electric, and then I could, add an extra, because it should be, I think it should be at least 400 horsepower, so NA. So I think it should be able to get that, but we'll see once, I get retuned and get all that stuff deleted off of there for the DOD and stuff. And, that'll kind of be a nice balance if it's, maybe 450 or something, and then like 600, and then I could add a turbo and get it up to like 600 or 700 or something like that. So then I could have a few tests, and it'll just be kind of the best of both worlds, instead of just going, NA turbo and then electric. So yeah, I can't wait to get the car running again, though, to see what it'll do just NA. Colorado legal plants? No, they're just carnivorous plants. I mean, not very many people know about them or know how to grow them, but I've been pretty much growing them for, I think, since middle school. So I have quite a few different varieties of them. But yeah, it's not Colorado legal plants. It's just some plants. I know I have a few that I'm not supposed to have, but because of like, I don't know what it's called, but because you're not supposed to have them because of like they're endangered or something like that. But I don't know. I got them and I've had them for a while. So yeah. You get the Rampage engine build started. So I started to clean everything up, and the chemicals that they let you use now, they don't clean anything. So I need to find a way to clean stuff that's more effective than me spending countless hours just cleaning and I've been, bead blasting stuff takes forever when you're doing something very large. I've almost gotten to, even when it's, so I tried paint stripper on the blocks of the Trackhawk and the SRT, and it didn't lift any of the paint up, didn't do anything to the paint or the coating or whatever it is. And then I was thinking, well, I could glass beat them, but the issue with glass beating something like that, or blasting it with sand or anything like that, is the media. It'll get inside of it, and you have to clean it out, and most of the time you can't get all that media out, which is a very big issue. But I want that coating off of there because the most of it looks good. It got kind of faded after the hot tank. It didn't really, well, actually it came back after I put the paint stripper on it. It like looks brand new again, but I would like to get that coating off and recoat it so it's, it wasn't already in a fire, and then later on down the road it doesn't look like, start to look like crap or something. So I need to find a way. I found a way to do it, but I've been talking to a few companies to see if I could get it done, or there's nobody in Colorado that does it. It's like a newer tool. Actually, I don't think it's a newer tool. I think it's been around for a while, but nobody really knows about them, which is kind of weird, but they're like awesome. So hopefully I could work with a company and kind of get to use one, because they're like $40,000 or $50,000 to buy, and I really don't feel like buying one of these tools unless I'm going to start a business or something with this tool, and then just be able to use it or something. I don't know. It'd be cool to be able to use. So I don't know. So any mini updates, and can you fit in that mini? I think I could fit in it. I'd probably just make a custom seat or something. But no updates. Like I've said in previous live streams, the previous owner never got me the title to it. So I don't have a title, which has really made me not interested in doing anything with it, because there's not really a reason to right now. So maybe eventually I'll do something with it, but right now it's just going to kind of sit. So awesome work. You're kicking ass on the Rampage. Hell yeah, thanks. Coolest wagon to date, anywhere, period. Love watching the progress and looking forward to seeing the driveline come together. Keep it up, brother. Thanks. Sold my 17 RT Challenger. I now have an 05 all-wheel drive 3.5 Magnum with the Mag 1 trans. What do I need for a 5.7 Hemi install? I'm not sure about that. I would just go with like a newer system because the I don't know. I think the older stuff is it really doesn't handle as much power. It's even the 5.7 all-wheel drive stuff kind of, I don't know. I think people have been running some power through them, but I talked to a company that was supposed to convert police cars to all-wheel drive. They were going to make all-wheel drive Hellcats, but called them, talked to them. It sounded like the idea was a great idea, but it never happened because I'm guessing the trannies just blew up. So, or the transfer cases just blew up or something. So, I don't know. I think the Trackhawk transmission is the only way to go to handle the power. I mean, if you're gonna throw a 5.7 or a 6.4 or something in there, I'd almost just get like a police donor car because you can get those for pretty cheap, and it'll be a lot. It'll be all newer stuff. You'll have a lot better power plant. You won't have to worry about the stuff being older. You won't have to be worrying about converting stuff. So. Bet your IQ is borderline genius. I don't know what my IQ is, but it's probably all over the place. Probably everywhere. I don't know. Have you heard about the new half a Dan? What the hell is that? Inline 4 boat engine. I have not. What software do you use to edit your videos, and do you do it yourself? I know it's a weird question, but I've been documenting my first gen Durango build and want to get better editing software. So I just use Final Cut Pro. I do edit all my videos, and sometimes I wish I didn't have to, but until I get larger and I could pretty much hire like somebody to film and edit the videos, there's not really a point. But yeah, just Final Cut, and it works you get pretty quick at it. To do really good videos where you're adding a bunch of clips and stuff like that, it does take a lot of time. If you're gonna clip in a bunch of stuff, probably figure about a 2 or 3 hour edit time. So that's really adding on to, if I work on the charger all day, or, I've been working on the charger every day for a week, and then I have to come home and come home at like 8 at night and then have to edit for 3 hours, and then uploading the video here. The internet's really slow. So it takes like 13 hours to upload the video, and then sometimes it's not uploaded. So then I have to drive into town to finish uploading it. It's just kind of a nightmare. So it's not as easy as most people perceive it to be. Cool. On the plans, you should show the ones that you won't get in trouble for sometime. I don't think I'll get in trouble for any of them really, but I don't know. I don't think there's like plant people that are like watching out for stuff. I mean, they're alive, so I mean, they're not dead, so I don't know. But I don't really know how to go over on my channel. It seems like people are pretty picky when they watch my stuff, I guess. So are you planning on racing the car when it's done, or is it for just as a daily. I'll probably do everything. So it's definitely gonna be used. It's not gonna just be sitting around. Oh, and it's made of Legos. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of Legos too. Why didn't you open up the ring gap on the Grand Prix while you had it apart? You are going to turbo it, aren't you? Yes, I'm going to turbo it. I talked to a few people that have those, and they're making 700 horsepower. Actually, 700 or 800 horsepower, and they're just stock ring gaps. So that was my concern before, but really anymore it's not. So. Have you thought a body kit for the Grand Prix? Not really. I mean, it looks pretty good, and once it's lowered, it'll look even better. And once it has bigger wheels on it, it'll look even better. So I don't know what my IQ is. I keep looking at the charger, and it looks cool, but at a certain angle, it looks off, like the roof line is bent. I finally figured it out. The windows don't line up at the top, and it throws it off. Windows don't line up at the top. Where are you talking about? all the window lines are exactly. They're all in the same sweeping motion as the Magnum. It's just because it's on a charger. So it's just funny, people on the internet. What are your thoughts on Trevor and all the guys he has working for him? Seems like he never works on cars anymore. I'll just not comment on this one because I think everybody knows what I already think. So I give him plenty of shit about it. So don't think I don't give him shit about it. But it's just one of those things. I don't know. It's his deal. It's not really. I don't really worry about it. So, you know, it's his channel. So he's gonna do what he's gonna do. Don't listen, Dave. It's perfect. I think it looks great. It literally looks. It looks like a. It looks like it's gonna go fast. Is what it looks like. So. How's your weekend? It's pretty good. Well, it's not over yet, but I mean, really, technically, I don't know. I technically always am doing stuff, so technically, I'm always technically working. I mean, I did stuff today, so I don't really think I've had. I don't know. I really don't think I've had like a day off for a very, very, very long time. Just where I just sat around and played video games or watch TV all day or something like that. I mean, I'll come home after I work on the charger or something and I'll watch a little bit of TV, but it's not like it's not like when I was working at Cummins. I get off at like 4 or 5 or 3, depending on how early I had to go in for meetings, and then I would come home and I really didn't have to do anything else, but I'd still work on my cars and stuff just for fun. And I'm still doing it for fun, but it's more of you have to do it to make videos and stuff. It's not I'm just gonna chill and work on this for a little bit. If I don't get anything done, then I'm not gonna get anything done. So now I'm like, oh, I didn't get anything done. I need to do more tomorrow. So it does look fast. It's already the baddest car in existence, and it isn't even finished. I don't know about the baddest car in existence, but I'd say it's pretty cool. How's the family? I mean, I don't have a girlfriend or anything, but I don't have any kids. I mean, my parents and my grandma are good, so that's all the family I have. So I don't know. My brake lights are out on my Honda Accord, and it stays stuck in park. I think it's the brake light switch. It could be, or it could be a neutral safety switch. It's probably the brake light switch, but It could be wiring, I guess. It just, I don't know. I'm not there. I'd check wiring, or I'd actually, maybe it could be a fuse too. I'd check to see if there's power at the brake light switch. Maybe that's probably the easiest thing to do. So it's almost been an hour. I have some things that I need to get done. I'm still gonna probably go look for my camera because I need to find that thing. If I can find it, I can make a video for tomorrow. If not, I lost it, and you know, I'm gonna have to buy another one, and then I'm gonna have to just, I can't really refilm a bunch of cleaning the blocks and stuff. So that'll just be it'll be kind of disappointing. Actually, it'll be really disappointing, but we'll just kind of go from there. So I think that's going to be the end of this live stream. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time or next video, see you guys then.